Hello everyone, welcome to Jacqs Scraps. Thank you for joining me today. I am Jackie. Before we get started on our card making today, I thought I would share with you who the winner of the World Card Making Day giveaway is. And that is Lisa Marie. Lisa has recently joined our community but has been card making for 20 some years, and I'd like to welcome her to our community as well as being the recipient of the My Mind's Eye paper pad and chipboard stickers. While I am announcing the winner a day or so late, I did contact Lisa Marie on time. So thank you, Lisa, for participating, and congratulations to you. Here is the card that she submitted on my Facebook group. Very nice. I love all of the colors and the stitching. So thank you again. So without further ado, let's get started on today's card for our What a Card series. Today, I wanted to play around with my new Jane Davenport clear stamps. I've taken the You Crafty Little Minx sentiment, added it to my We Are Memory Keepers Precision Press Advance, and I have my 110-pound white cardstock here, 5.5 by 5.5. We're gonna take our anti-static powder, go over it real good, and use our Versamark watermark stamp pad. Okay, let's give this a press. I don't think you'll be able to see it yet. Let's set this aside. We're going to bring in a piece of copy paper. And I wanted to try out that new embossy powder that I just got from Hobby Lobby, the navy color from Ranger. Ooh. You can really use any color that you want. So that's what it looks like. So here's a little bit of the embossing powder. I'm just going to brush that away, because we don't want that to get heated up. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now off camera, is go and use my heat tool, heat this up and set it. This is how the card turned out once I heat set the embossing powder. I think that looks really good. I'm loving that navy blue color. Now, if you want to brush off any excess powder from the anti-static tool, you can use the Swiffer Sweeper dry sweeping cloth and just cut a piece of that off. And then just use that to go over it to pick up any loose powders. Okay, next I'm going to use a little Jacqs repositional tape so that I can put this on my workspace. And I don't have a Gina K wreath builder, so I kind of created my own template in Cricut Design Space. So this is it. And what we're going to do is use this as a guide to help put down these little pencils that I have cut out. I bought a sheet of pencils from the Reset Girl. These are so adorable. I loaded them into my Cricut and cut them all out. I have them all loaded here with foam tape on the back. So what I'm going to do is put my first one down. It's kind of hard getting it off here. All right. So I think I'll put my first one maybe right here. Okay. When I had all of these pencils cut out of the design, I then took one of the pencils and actually cut it out so that it would be intact, and so you would have, like, you know, the negative of the pencil. So what I'm going to do is line this up with the pencil and then just tape it onto the outside template that I have here. So this is going to be like our starter corner, and what we're going to do is turn the template to the right, and we're going to turn it 1 notch. So when we do that, then we can add another pencil. Turn again 1 notch and add another one. Okay, lift up our template, turn 1 notch. Now here our template actually goes into the words, so what I'll do is probably put it down below. There we go. Let's turn it another notch. Now another way to do this without using this template in the back is to, you know, just place them wherever you want, or you could actually figure out the spacing. Yeah, see, for me that one's a little too close, so I'm going to move it down a little bit, I think. There we go. Let's turn it another notch. Okay, so we're just going to continue to rotate our template and add our pencils. Now this is inspired by Jennifer McGuire, and she mentions that it works best when you use images in the number of 8. So we're actually going to apply 8 and then do another 8, so it will be a total of 16. Here's another spot where it goes over the words. Again, I'm having it go down below it. Okay, so now we are back to the beginning of where we started with our pencil. The next thing we want to do is go ahead and place another one in there. So I think I'll do one in this direction. So we will lift off our little pencil template, keep the card template here, line this up, and tape that down onto the card template. Okay, so then we rotate. Add our pencil and rotate again. I've been wanting to try this design ever since I seen Jennifer's video, and I will have that link down below for you. At first I kind of didn't like having the colors by each other, like white and white, yellow and yellow, but now that I'm almost through it, I think I kind of like it. So I would definitely recommend looking into the Gina wreath maker. I think that is a very handy tool. I just wish I had it. So I made this makeshift one for now. And our last turn here. And our final pencil. Okay. So there we go. So this is what our card looks like when we get all of the pencils adhered. We do have some hanging out, but let's not worry about them right now. The next thing we're going to do is take a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. I'm using this blue satin from Martha Stewart, and I cut it in half at 6. So when you cut that down, it's 6 by 12, and then I took it and scored at 6 on the long way across your scoreboard. So let's fold this over and burnish. Added some wet adhesive to the back, and we're just going to center this on the card base. If we can, I think I'll try to burnish from the inside. And there is what it looks like. Now there are still some that are kind of long. You could certainly leave them if you wanted to. Just make sure your envelope is large enough to cover them being out, or you could cut them off as well. I don't really want to cut off the smaller ones because I think that looks kind of cool. So I think right now I'll just leave that on there. You could certainly make this with any type of image, and you could have your sentiment be anywhere placed on your card. You would just use that as your point of starting to add your images around it. Okay, so I thought I would come back to let you know that I did end up trimming off the ones that hung out over the edge, and I think it still looks perfectly fine. On the inside, I added some larger pencils for the writing area, and then I created a corresponding envelope using the envelope punch board and just used a die to cut out this one with the little X's. I thought that was kind of apropos for the pencil, and then added another little pencil here to the outside so they could put the label or whatever they wanted there. Now, to put this in the envelope, I just wanted to mention that it's best to put the pencils down when you put it in, because when you put it in this way, they kind of catch here on the edge. See? So it's best to put it in backward. And there you have it. So that's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.